Welcome back to the shooting channel, and welcome back to another gun review, and yes, it is a Browning. But this specific Browning has got a story behind it, and I wanted to go through, not just because it was another Browning, but I wanted to go through the story and tell you a little bit, A, about the gun, and B, about how this gentleman came across this gun, and the fact that he came into the Oxford Gun Company a few weeks ago, and he basically is going to give his licence up because he's got to the age where he doesn't want to shoot anymore, he can't shoot anymore, his family members don't shoot, and this particular gun is a Browning B27. Again, in those days, this was built in about 1982-ish, miles before I was born. It's fixed choke, 28-inch barrels, a game gun because it's got a narrow rib. It's got the original Browning buck plate on it. This gun was actually built in Belgium, so it was built pre the Maruku tie-up with Browning. Selective safety catch. It actually has got quite a low comb on it for a Browning, because in those days they built it quite low in the comb. You can tell this gun was barely ever shot because the checkering is still rough like they are when they're new. The wood to metal finish is absolutely superb. These particular guns were actually hand finished in the Belgium factory, so they were machine made and hand finished, and the customer actually bought this from the London Gun Company in about 1983-1984, which my mother and father then owned. It was their first shop, and it just has a little bit of a story, and it just touched me when the customer came into the shop, and I wanted to tell the story through because these guns are not particularly looked on as a nice piece, but I actually think something like this should be worth more than they really are, because they are the original Browning. If you look at them, they basically have probably shot thousands of shells throughout their life, and they've never really gone wrong. I bet the customer probably never even serviced it. If you look at the actual gun, it is pretty much built like the Maruku Action, and it's done barely any work at all. It's absolutely spotless. A little bit of difference with how you open the gun, they put the fore-end latch in there rather than there, which is just, again, something slightly different. And the quality, the way this is looked after for a 40-year-old gun plus, it just really tickled me, and I wanted to do a review. Have you ever seen a B27 Browning? And is it something you'd love to get or have in your collection? Because it is something that I feel is just a cracking gun, and I'd love to hear anyone's thoughts on what they think of the B27. And have you shot one? Let's see what you think. The wood to metal finish on it, the whole, even the blacking on the action is still completely original. The pistol grip was quite small, but in those days people tended to have smaller hands, so when you put it up, the actual grip didn't come much further. If you have slightly bigger hands than I do, that doesn't come that farther down here, but handles really well. Little bit barrel heavy, but other than that, single trigger. It's just a great gun, and I'd love to see these go up in value, because generally if you see them in a shop, you might see them at sort of £300, £400, £500, that sort of thing, which compared to a new Browning that's now sort of £1,800, £1,700, what are you getting for these? It is an absolutely corker of a gun. So comment below. Now I'm going to go and have a shoot with it, and it just puts a smile on my face just when I look at it. I'm going to go and have a shoot with it. So I've come to a stand here at Oxford again, and I'm just going to try 3 or 4 pairs with this, and then I'm going to chat about the gun and the pros and the cons of this gun. I'm going to be honest, this Browning B27, it is one gun that I would buy. I have to say, it is just something that, it's got something a little bit close to my heart. It's something special. If you look at how the new Browning 525s, 725s, this is where that all started. So, let's have a shoot and let's see what the gun is like. Pull. 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 I'm going to be honest, it's got 1/4 choke in it. If you look at the way that I was killing those, it was smoking them. Okay, I know it was only a basic going away bird, but it was absolutely smoking them. And it fits me like a glove, a little bit low in the comb, but other than that, no recoil whatsoever. It's got one of the original hard plastic butt plates on it, but it didn't recoil. I'm using 24-gram Ely Select cartridges, fibre wad cartridges, and it didn't hurt me at all. It balanced really well. I have to say, out of all the old guns I've shot, I feel that this has got to be one of the best old guns I've shot. I know it's a Browning, and you're all going to say in the comments, oh, it's a Browning, but it's just something that really puts a smile on my face. And the fact that this gun was brought from here, or from my family's business in 1983, 1984, just really put a smile on my face. So comment below, have you got a gun that was bought from the London Gun Company, or maybe the Oxford Gun Company in the early days? Have you got a gun? Would you like me to do a review on it and see what it's like? I'd love to hear your comments. Couple more. Pull. 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 Just the gun is absolutely solid. And there you have it, the Browning B27. Comment below on what you think of this gun. I'd love to hear your comments. I hope you've enjoyed this programme. Thank you for watching the shooting channel. Please like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us to give you content like this. And visit our website. And don't forget, you've got the SWATCOM TSC10 for your SWATCOM discount. Go and see them. Go and get yourself a pair of earphones. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.